7th of October, of course, influenced our life in a horrific way.
On October the 7th, our government, and I'm sorry, the army failed us.
My husband is in the military, and so it's really difficult for me.
It's a very meaningful time for me and Elluminate leadership to be in Israel. We wanted to come here to show our Israeli jewels how much we care about what's happening here. We are advocating strongly to build a bench of funding for feminist philanthropy. Women's leadership is a very big issue here in Israel, and Elluminate is really proud to be leading the way to shine a light on women leaders.
I'm just returning, I was just for 2 days in Brussels talking about the report we did in our organization about what did Hamas atrocities actually look like. What we found are systematic, sadistic patterns of sexual violence.
Nothing could be clearer from October 7th that women need to be in leadership positions. We need to be heard, we need to be seen, and we need to be at the table.
One of the projects that we lead through the war is to give ultra-Orthodox women to the basis of the IDF, and they volunteer there. Our mission to be bridge, and that's what we need now, to talk to each other and to understand the pain of each other.
7th of October has made a tremendous change in all our lives, but especially in the marginalized communities. Women also, but also the Ethiopian community in Israel. People were traumatized. They still have the trauma from the journey to Israel through Sudan. Government is cutting budget. So we see that the issues that we are dealing with them in a daily basis, like over-policing and lack of representation, we are fighting to bring those issues back to the table.
I was accepted to the Elluminate group as We Power's CEO. I think that all the women organization, coalition felt that it's going to be the year of a change, that we will have a lot of women in the municipalities, and suddenly it happened 7th of October, and we cannot speak about leadership. So after the first shock, several of our participants were directly hurt, some of them were murdered, and very quickly, I would say, we did all our efforts to start over all the programs again, because we felt that this is exactly what women need. Without the civil society, without women leadership, probably we've been in a worse situation.
Reproductive health is always relevant, sometimes even more in times like these when the most disadvantaged women are most affected by current situations. So we've been doing our work promoting sexual health and sex education and reproductive health in Hebrew and in Arabic, working in Jerusalem West and East, figuring out what we can affect. So when it comes to discussing sexual violence to do with the war, or specific effect it might have on women and women's health, that's something we've been focusing on more.
When October 7th happened, we had fellows here in the country, so our first concern was really taking care of them. We then actually ran a campaign with our alumni. We raised over 500,000 shekels, and were able over the last few months to help many grassroots partners all over the country.
We had a lot of work during this period. The Negev, for example, the unrecognized villages, we just had to change our work to humanitarian work. We also developed the Jewish-Arab Joint Emergency Center. We created it as a source of hope and food for people in need.
I run a nonprofit organization called GINDAS. We're leading urban renewal and affordable housing together with social services in unprivileged communities throughout Israel. The importance of our work in terms of creating safe rooms, because 100% of the community we're serving don't have access to safe rooms. Some of them in places that were massively bombarded. So the urban renewal process that we're initiating in each and every city that we operate in will create safe opportunities for low-income communities.
As someone who wants to bring people to see social change makers in Israel, this is what I want them to see.
There is a lot of work ahead of us, and especially in these kind of times. But it's an opportunity to collaborate and do things together.
We know that a strong society has to have strong leaders, and so we are investing in our Israeli jewels because we believe they're the future of this country.
Illuminate for me is like a family.
For me, being part of Elluminate is being part of something bigger.
I really want to thank Elluminate for this wonderful possibility.